Democratic Attorney General from the state of Michigan, Dana Nessel, announced indictments this week against the 16 fake electors that Republicans in the state of Michigan had picked to go and overturn the state's 2020 election results. This is a massive move, and before I continue, let me point out here that multiple times here on Ring of Fire and on America's Lawyer, we have talked about the horrible job that Dana Nessel has done in the Flint water crisis, basically screwing those investigations to the point where nobody got prosecuted. I do not and cannot and will not forgive Dana Nessel for that, so please do not take this video as me saying Dana Nessel is awesome. What she did here, indicting these people, is awesome. So that's a good thing. A lot of the other stuff she has done is really horrible. Just wanted to get that out of the way in case anybody wants to bring that up. I understand how bad she screwed people of Michigan. But in this particular instance, we have 16 individuals, including current and former officials with the Michigan State Republican Party, that are now facing anywhere from 5 to 14 years in prison on certain charges, including forgery, conspiracy to commit forgery, and conspiracy to commit election forgery. Again, each one of those charges carries a penalty of between 5 and 14 years in prison. So here's what happened in the state of Michigan. You had these fake electors, again, who were put together by the state's Republican Party to help Donald Trump, even though Biden won the state of Michigan. They basically hatched this plan in the Republican Party's headquarters in Michigan in the basement. Like, nobody knew what was going on. They did it, cloak and dagger style. Nobody's watching, nobody's listening in. They weren't even allowed to bring their cell phones into these meetings that they had to talk about overturning their state's election results. They also had a plan to basically lock themselves into the Capitol building in the state of Michigan so that they could perform their own vote to certify their fake electors. They, of course, did send these fake electors to both the Senate and to the National Archives, so they arguably committed fraud against the United States government itself. The reason Nessel had to do this is because originally she had, in fact, asked the Department of Justice to do this investigation, right? I mean, it was fraud against the federal government, not necessarily against the state government. So she said, listen, DOJ, this is your avenue. Can you please do this? The DOJ didn't, so Dana Nessel had to do it herself. And again, her past work notwithstanding, she did do a very good job on this. This is the first time any of these fake electors have been indicted. This is really the first time anybody has been indicted whatsoever for Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. So this is huge. And this, of course, can be played against Donald Trump when Jack Smith eventually brings those charges that we all know now are coming. This could also possibly be used in Georgia with Fani Willis. She is also likely to indict some, not all, but probably some of the fake electors from Georgia. It also sends signals to other states, possibly Nevada and Arizona, where plans were also discussed. So we could see more indictments as a result of this. We may not, but we could, and that is exactly what needs to happen. These people acted illegally based on these indictments, and now it's up to a jury to decide their fates. Thanks for watching, everyone, and well, here comes the awkward part at the end of the video where I ask you to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. Also, you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description.